All right, y'all, it's your girl, Coach Bree, and we're here for another day of sexology talk. And today, what we're going to be talking about is size does matter. And the size that matters is your brain. Why? Because your brain is the biggest sex organ that you have. Everything with intimacy starts in your brain, not your body. So fantasies, connections, all the activities that happen before anything physical happens takes place first in your brain. One of the things that happen is a release of dopamines that go and they drive your desire. So when you feel attraction or when you feel excitement, your brain is releasing these dopamines. It's called the pleasure chemical, and it's creating a motivation and a craving for intimacy. So remember that your brain is the biggest organ that you have that involves intimacy, and dopamines are what drives your desires. And so I have some notes on my other screen. So that's what you see me referring to are my notes while I'm sitting here talking. The next thing that I wanted to give you, because what I'm telling you right now are a few fun, interesting facts that many people don't talk about or know about when it comes to intimacy. And so I want to just go over just a few of these facts with you. So the next one I want to go over is called oxytocin. And oxytocin is what creates bonding. It's known as the love hormone. Oxytocin is released during touch. It's released during the big O. It's released during any emotional connection. And it also helps you feel closer and more attached to your partner. So again, this is all things that are happening in your body through the stimulation of your brain. The next fact I want to share with you is stress kills arousal. When you have high levels of what the stress hormone is called cortisol. It's the stress hormone, and it shuts down your libido. Your brain begins to put you in a survival mode and sometimes even a flight mode over a pleasure, because your brain is not going to let you be in a way that it feels that you're going to be harmed. So when you're stressed and you're trying to be in a state of arousal, in a state of connection, a lot of times you're not going to have that because of that stress hormone that's released that kind of puts you into a mode of just surviving. And then your libido is not able to be as up there as it normally would be in a calm state. Another fact I want to share with you is the brain can rewrite pleasure. It can rewire the way you experience pleasure. And I think that that's incredible, because through experiences and healing work that you go through the shadow work program or through, just different healing journey programs, the brain begins to create a new positive association with intimacy. And this is called neuroplasty. So the brain begins to stop associating intimacy with the trauma, or it stops beginning to associate intimacy with different mindsets or different frames of mind, and it begins to rewire what pleasure is like to you. And we learn those things through the shadow work course that we do have. The next thing is the big O lights up multiple brain areas. And what does that mean? That means that and I'm saying the big O, and I know what you guys know what I'm talking about. So during that time, the brain activates regions that are tied to reward, emotion, memory, and even pain. Now, I do want to say this. A lot of times when women are having their time of the month or just different things are going on, it helps with cramps. It helps with headaches. When you release that O, it releases things in your body that just it's like a pain reliever. It's an inbuilt Motrin or Tylenol, so to speak. Another fact I want to share is sleep has an effect on your sex drive. So when you're not getting a lot of sleep and you're deciding, man, I want to, be intimate. I want to do this, but I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Sleep lowers the amount of testosterone that you have in your bodies, and also dopamine. Sleep is essential for desire. So, man, when you're finding, hey, my testosterone level, I'm not feeling this, I'm not firing on these cylinders, a lot of time it's because of a lack of sleep. So if you want to be able to have those release of those dopamines, you really want to make sure that you're getting the proper rest that you need to get. I'm going to share one more fact with you. And the last fact is shame blocks arousal. And we talked a little bit about shame in a few of the other videos that I shared. If the brain associates sex with guilt or shame, it will literally suppress the desire and the physical response. Literally, because remember, your brain is going to put you in survival mode. So if there's a shame feeling, your body is not going to let you go into that arousal mode, because it's going to protect you and try to help you survive. So those are just a few quick tips I wanted to share with you. I remember, if you want to learn more about me, you can go to my website at www.lifeafterdivorce.com. You can also go and book with me at booking@yourlifeafterdivorce.com. Remember, this is not just something that is dealing with people who are divorced. Even though that is my platform, I'm here to help anyone who wants to know how to experience pleasure, who wants to be able to spice up your life in your bedroom, who wants to be able to be free from your shadows, and who wants to be able to understand how the connection of intimacy is not just in the body, but just as we just learned from these facts that I just shared with you, it takes place in the brain. It takes place in the brain, and then the body follows. So I'm glad for those of you that tuned in. For those of you who will tune in later and watch the live, I appreciate everything. I'll be back on tomorrow night from 8 to 9. So looking forward to hearing from y'all. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to drop them in the chat, because I do get those in my DMs. Yesterday when I did my video, I had some people drop some questions in there, and I do go through and I answer your questions and all of that. So I hope that you guys learned a lot. I hope that this was something very interesting to you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next live. Peace out.